Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Island Theater at, well, online. Island Theater is responding to current public health concerns by adapting to other forms of expression. In May, our Island Theater at Your House Yoho potluck play reading, Waiting in the Wings by Noel Coward, was produced as a Zoom meeting. In June, our Island Theater at the Library production of Gruesome Playground Injuries by Rajiv Joseph was performed on our website. And while the global virus pandemic has forced us to postpone the regular live events of the Island Theater 10-Minute Play Festival at BPA this summer, we wanted to keep this showcase of local talent alive by screening some of the featured plays of our past festival, which you can share in the safety and comfort of your own homes. We're presenting these two one-hour programs on the very days and at the very curtain times that we would have done if we'd held our live festival this summer. So there will be at least a virtual sense of audience community watching along with you. We're grateful to our sponsors who have helped to make this programming possible this year, including the City of Bainbridge Island Cultural Fund, One Call for All, the Bainbridge Community Foundation, and the Maggie Rogers Fund. Please remember that we couldn't do any of this without your personal support, and that performing arts groups like Island Theater and our big sister, Bainbridge Performing Arts, are among the hardest hit by the coronavirus pandemic. That makes your personal contributions via the links on our webpage greatly, greatly appreciated. Remember, there are two one-hour shows here that you can watch conveniently, consume all at once, or in two sessions as you wish, but they'll only be available at the scheduled times from August 13 through 15. As always, your likes and comments on the page are welcome. And now, here's a little bit from the past, our Island Theater annual 10-Minute Play Festival. Thank you for tuning in.
Now, Beasley, you just say the word, and I'll have my men shoot that hippie right out of that tree.
Don't tempt me, Hank. She's already delayed the annual Christmas tree lighting festival by 2 days. It's our biggest event this time of year, and we need those tourist dollars.
Peter, what's the situation? Does she have demands? I mean, who is she?
I'm afraid we've no word on her demands, sir, but her name is Samantha Einhard. She's a local high school graduate, on home from college on winter break. I've got some bad news. The Downtown Association just adjourned their emergency forum.
They're threatening to sue the city council and the mayor for malfeasance, as well as lost tourist revenue.
It looks grim, sir.
Malfeasance? We're the ones who bought that damn tree.
Yes, sir. However, they paid for 200 new strands of color-changing LED lights, plus hand-blown glass ornaments imported from Germany. All in all, they've spent $30,000, and they're threatening to sue unless you turn on the tree.
Damn it, Hank. Can't you just send one of your men up there to drag her down and throw her in jail?
No can do, Tom. There's no way to access that platform without putting my men in danger. How those hippies managed to rig that platform when they can't even figure out how to shampoo their hair is beyond.
So what's plan B?
Well, I have Williams in place now. He has a .338 with 5 cc's of ketamine, and with one well-placed shot, we could have her out of that tree within the hour.
What are the risks?
Well, generally with a shot that big, we bring down a bear or a mountain lion. There's no way to know what effect it'll have on an environmentalist. Plus, with a dart that size is bound to leave one hell of a scar. Of course, with all our other piercings, who's gonna notice?
Sir, I really don't think we should pursue that particular line of action.
The Channel 5 news van just pulled up outside. Don't you think you should go out there?
Are you kidding me? With the election just around the corner, why, this whole thing could blow up in his face.
No,
With the Downtown Association on the rampage.
The best thing we can do is monitor it from the situation room here. Peter, can you pull a feed up from there on your phone? Williams, stand down.
I've got it, sir.
What's wrong with the sound?
Well, the city council's currently gridlocked with the tech department. The tech department's striking because the council voted to replace their pop machine and candy machines with an environmentally friendly alkaline water dispenser and shade-grown, fair-traded, vegan, paleo-friendly snacks. It appears tech guys take their Mountain Dew and Red Vines quite seriously. They left a note. Dear Mayor, no dew, no sound for you. Merry Christmas, and fuck you.
I swear I'm gonna sack those bastards. Well, how the hell are we supposed to hear what's going on?
I have been following the situation on Twitter. It appears Samantha's about to tweet a manifesto of some sort.
Tweet? What? Now that she's up the tree, she thinks she's some kind of bird?
No, sir. She's using Twitter. A social media platform that lets you send out messages of up to 140 characters.
What?
It's a smartphone thing. Look, I gave your whole department a 3-hour seminar about this last goddamn month.
I still don't see what's wrong with the chaps from the Chief's Chair column I've been running in the paper. Hell, I've been writing those since 1982.
The paper folded in '09, sir.
Never mind all that. What does she want?
I've got her tweet here, sir. She is calling for the end of hegemonic sanctioning of the culturally oppressive and capitalistic holiday known as Christmas.
What? She wants to do away with Christmas? Who doesn't love Christmas?
Well, atheists, for one, sir.
Oh God, there's a crowd forming in front of the tree. Who are all these ladies in yoga pants?
It appears they call themselves the Sisters of the Moon. They're a feminist eco-warrior group that banded together in the 70s. I'm picking up their feed now.
Picking up their feed? Oh my God, what are they painting on their faces?
It's moon blood, sir.
Moon blood?
Oh wait, I know that lady. That's Edith Swanson from Namaste Natural Foods. She's got to be 70 if she's a day. She's waving.
Some of them do appear to be using McDonald's ketchup packets, sir.
What are they doing out there?
They are gathered in solidarity with their fellow moon sister, Samantha. Also, they feel the Christmas tree is a phallocentric reminder of patriarchal oppression.
Hello,
And
what?
there's no place in a progressive community such as ours. They mean it's shaped like a giant dick. So,
They're circling the tree. Are they mooning us?
I believe that's downward dog pose.
Who are those guys in the robes?
That would be our local coven of Wiccans.
As in witches?
And a warlock, sir. Notice the one with the beard.
What are they carrying? Is that marijuana?
No, sir. According to Wikipedia, that's a smudge stick for ritual purification.
Well, it looks like a giant joint to me.
It looks like they're chanting something. What are they saying?
They're calling for the removal of all lights and ornamentation from this ancient one. Apparently, they believe that the electrical current from the lights interferes with the tree's chi. Oh, and they've retweeted Samantha's message as well.
And who are the guys in the matching orange sweater vests?
They own the fundamentalist smoothie shop, Juice for Jesus. According to their feed, they want to put the Christ back in Christmas.
And the guys in the beanies?
Those would be the Jews for Jesus, sir.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Something like that, sir.
Wait, is that the Downtown Association? What are they throwing at the tree?
I believe that's the association's Halloween candy. Left over from 2 years ago.
Oh, there go those fancy German glass ornaments. Man, that girl's got some arm.
Hank,
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
things are getting out of hand out there. I'm gonna go out and get a handle on this situation.
I can't let you do that, Tom. It's a powder keg out there about to explode, and I can't let you take that kind of risk.
It looks like Samantha just sent out a new tweet. Brad, you douchebag, what the fuck are you doing here?
Well, who's Brad?
According to Channel 5's Twitter feed, Brad is Samantha's ex-boyfriend. They used to date in high school. He's now the manager of Juice for Jesus.
He getting down on one knee. He's reaching for something in his coat pocket. Williams, get a beat on this guy. I think he's going for a gun.
Wait, something's happened to Samantha.
One of the Downtown Association members managed to bean her with a stale Baby Ruth, sir. Oh, and it wasn't one of those fun-sized ones either.
Oh, that Brad's got a mean right hook. The manager of Randall's Candles is down for the count. Now Brad's down. Williams, what's a sit rep? Copy. Get our men down there.
What's going on?
Williams just tranquilized Brad, sir. The crowd's beginning to panic.
The Juice for Jesus guys and the Jews for Jesus are going at it, sir. And now the Wiccans have started shoving the Sisters of the Moon. According to the Wiccans' feed, one of the Sisters of the Moon defiled their warlock's sacred robes with her moon blood.
But it's ketchup.
Ouch! She just nailed him in the smudge stick, sir.
Where's that smoke coming from?
It's the tree. She really did nail him in the smudge stick. The tree's on fire.
Williams, we're gonna lose the tree. Get everybody back.
Wait, Samantha's still up there. If this thing goes up with her in it, I'll never get reelected in the spring. Hey, how soon can you mobilize the fire department?
Well, it'll take about 7 minutes, at least. And unfortunately, the main pumper truck is on the north side doing the Santa Claus race.
The tree is engulfed in flames, sir. Sir, I think I see movement on the platform. It's Samantha. She's going to jump.
Peter, it's too much for me. I can't bear to look. What happened?
She made it. She made it, sir. Samantha landed on Brad. The police have dragged both to safety and are starting CPR on Brad.
Is he dead?
No, he appears to be reviving. But, the tree's a goner, sir.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. We've been counting on that for our winter festival every year.
Actually, Chief, I think we're going to be okay. The revenues from the New Year's charity Chili Willy Freeze Your Nuts Off bike ride have far exceeded the Christmas tree lighting ceremony for 3 years now.
Oh, and the Downtown Association? I mean, they're bound to sue for restitution of lost revenue.
It looks like our insurance policy will cover it, sir.
How about the press? They're gonna have a heyday over this.
I give it a week. Brad's best friend manages Coffee for Christ. I hear they're planning a joint protest against Starbucks next Wednesday.
Perfect. That'll take the pressure off us. Speaking of Starbucks, how about a latte? My treat.
Thank you, sir. That'd be great. Oh, and if I may, I'd avoid the candy cane peppermint latte. Too political right now, if you catch my drift.
You're a smart young man, Peter, with a real nose for politics. Pumpkin spice for all.
Make mine a venti.
Hey,
Huh?
what are you doing?
I'm writing on my iPad.
Aren't you in the playwriting class?
Yeah.
The technical writer?
No, I'm in construction. Pete,
What are you doing, Pete?
I'm trying to finish the assignment.
Yes, observing the stranger. Who is Lee Blessing anyway?
Weren't you listening in class?
Well, she's my stranger.
Huh?
I was here first, I dibs her, she's mine.
What?
Go find your own stranger.
Crazy lady?
Shauna.
Shauna? Right, sorry, I'm no good with names. Are you crazy? Shauna?
No! Look, I was here first, I dibs her, you were messing me up.
Well, you're interrupting me and I followed her.
What?
I tracked her here. I caught sight of her in the grocery store, followed her 2 carts back out to the parking lot, and trailed her to this cafe.
Look, I've been staking out this cafe, just waiting for her to show up. It takes me a long time to write this stuff, you know. Look, I don't need you distracting
I
me.
hate to tell you this, but she's not going to be here that long. She's got ice cream in her trunk.
Pete, what'd you put for her birth?
Her birth.
Yeah, this part. Imagine her birth. What were the circumstances? What sort of world was she born into?
Her birth. Let's see. Okay, her name's Cheyenne, and her birth was illegitimate. Her dad was a beat writer, one of the great ones who hung out with Kerouac, inspired Kesey. Her mom was one of those groupies that slept with him, a drug-fueled one-night stand, really, that followed him to an unsuccessful and short-lived college career back east.
Wow, that's awesome.
Cheyenne was born on a dark and rainy night. The night David Kammerer died.
Wow, you even did research? Who's David Kammerer?
Wireless, just Google it. It was a cold, lonely birth, long and difficult in the bleak emergency room of a strange county hospital. And later, when her dad showed up at the hospital to hold Cheyenne, fresh-born, cleaned up, cord tied, he was drunk. Many days drunk, and her mom comatose from heavy anesthesia.
So drugs from the very start, huh?
From the moment of conception.
Mine's really different. I hope that's okay.
I think so. I mean, isn't that the point?
This part is in purple. Patricia Moran Williams, the 4th daughter in a family of 5. An exhausting disappointment. The last misfire before the passionately desired son arrived. The least significant...
What are you reading?
Oh, it's about how you were born.
How I was born?
Yeah,
It's an assignment.
You want to know how I was born? You mean like an interview? Are you journalism students?
it's a playwriting class. You know, Lee Blessing.
You're writing a play about me.
Yeah, well, character development. Hear her speak, shout, scream in the midst of her earliest embarrassments, humiliations.
Humiliations?
What does she feel like? If you were to take her hand, what sort of experience would it be?
I can tell you just what sort of experience it would be.
Rough hands, strong. Skin is dried out. Clay under her nails, 2 nails broken.
A gentle, supple hand, soft with a warm aura, almost electric.
But don't you want the truth? I can tell you.
No! Take her through her life, teach her how to sing.
Sing me? You gotta be kidding.
To study, to cook.
I can cook. My chicken, my
Give her
peppers.
a sibling or 4, mostly sisters.
Give her a black eye.
Now, wait just a minute. Domestic violence.
I'm sure it was just from walking into a door, at least. That's how you explained it.
Send her to college.
Lose her virginity.
Stop! This is too much. You're making this stuff up.
Oh, you can't be a virgin. I mean, really, at your age? Here's what I have. Patricia and William lost their virginity to each other on a mattress on the floor of his apartment on the 2nd floor of an old house in downtown Seattle. High ceilings, lead-based paint, a little grit always underfoot no matter how often she swept the floor. Patty, as she was calling herself then, had vivid memories of the dingy, wrinkled white sheets pulled loose with their athleticism, revealing the straight ticking and the musty smell of the mattress. She adored William. She was the keeper of his secrets. It's written in magenta.
Betray her best friend. Commit a crime.
But I'm sure no
Give
one...
her her resentment. She will never lose.
It wasn't fair. You can't
Give her a
accuse
job.
me.
Oh, yeah, what did you put for that, Pete?
Oh, I just got into that one. Let's see. Okay. Living out of an old Cadillac in rural Oregon with her mentally ill mother felt like a penance and a protection. No, wait. No, sorry, here it is. Cheyenne began building and throwing pottery, eventually establishing a small artisan pottery business, selling pieces through the Real Mother Goose and other fine craft outlets.
That makes sense. That's why she had clay under her nails. Nice consistency.
How about you?
Me. You want to know what?
No, you.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I have not gotten that far yet. I will by Wednesday. She's an accountant.
An accountant?
No? How about a doctor? Would you like that better?
Okay.
A pilot.
Oh, I know, an artist. Oh, a violinist.
Taxi driver.
A dairy farmer. A 6th-generation Tillamook dairy farmer with 7 children and a reputation for rich milk and hand-cranked ice cream.
Oh no, my ice cream.
You don't think we scared her off, do you?
Do you think it was getting too personal?
Nah.
Give her a place in the world. I gotta go. I'll see you, Shauna.
Periwinkle, I think. He was born on a bayou the night the gator ate his paw.
Jill! Welcome back. Bob, good to see you. Please, have a seat. I've looked over your numbers and I'm ready to discuss your retirement.
Great, Tom, though I'm not sure we'll be able to retire. Too many variables.
We figure we might as well keep on working, just to be safe. We want to be prudent.
Oh, knowing you two, I wouldn't have expected anything less. Well, let's get started. I've looked over your assets and considering your personal goals, well, as a certified financial planner, I can't say this any other way. Consider any day you work beyond today by choice and not out of necessity. Neither of you needs to work another day in your lives.
You're sure? We're set for life at age 60.
Tom, that's great news, but are you sure you've considered every possibility? You know, so many people outlive their money. It's dreadful. We wouldn't want to be one of them.
Understood. Our team has designed 11,000 scenarios, each with their own spreadsheet. We've modeled every possibility, and we've got you guys out to age 90. You two have done everything right by postponing your lives and sticking to your budgets. You guys have set yourself up for some great retirement years.
Well, yes, that was the plan, but I don't know. Are we okay?
Well, Jill, the world is an unpredictable place. So let's look at a few alternative scenarios. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. Now, Bob, you're the green line, and Jill, you're the blue.
Well, this is pretty exciting, Bob.
Now, Tom, on this spreadsheet, it looks like the green line stops at 63, but the blue line keeps on going and going until it's 95.
It's just one scenario, Bob. You asked for all the possibilities. Don't worry about it. It has very little likelihood.
Maybe not, but out of curiosity, what exactly happens to the green line? Which is apparently me at age 63.
Bob, remember that bucket list you shared with me? Mm-hmm. Things you wanted to do after retirement. Great list, really. I'm jealous. I am years away from where you are, with one kid through college, house paid off, no debt, and a pension. Who has a pension these days, am I right? I have a while, Bob. I have a long while before I can even hope to think about a bucket list.
I see. But what happens to my green line at 63?
Well, Bob, it's that diving trip to Cancun. Underwater museum, submerged shipwrecks, the Great Coral Reef. In my mind, I was there with you, Bob, though I am young enough to be your son, and I may never be able to retire.
Tom, get to the point. Why do you mention the diving trip?
Well, Bob, I'm sorry to say, but it's just one scenario, one of many possibilities. The trip was full of friends, sun and sand, and late-night margaritas. But you weren't a very experienced diver, were you, Bob? No. And Jill urged you to take more classes. I'm sorry to say, your respirator failed, faulty equipment, so they say. So as you can see, the little green line just stops.
Tom, that's pretty heavy. Oh, Bob. As Tom said, this is just a spreadsheet. Well, you're not gonna die, not yet. You just came through your physical with flying colors.
Very well stated, Jill. And speaking of flying, that brings us to our next scenario. Jill, you said you wanted to do some good in the world. It's great to be in a position after the sacrifices one has made to do some good. Now, you said you wanted to help reduce river blindness in Uganda. Well, in this scenario, you helped a little village build a well and obtain clean drinking water.
Well, I was blessed in life, so it's my turn to share my good fortune with others less fortunate.
Yes.
It's the least I can do.
Jill,
Hallelujah.
I know how much this mission means to you.
Tom, what does the spreadsheet say?
Well, in the letter our team provided, the local director commends your optimism and your energy. He says, Jill Green's enthusiasm was contagious. Everyone around her was infected with Jill's spirit.
I'm sensing a but here. It doesn't look good for the little green line.
Well, Jill, I'm sorry to say you were infected on this little trip. You needed to be airlifted out of the little village at night. Local airlines over Sudan and...
Well, that's enough, Tom. I don't see why we need to continue on. I guess I could give back a little closer to home.
Yeah. Now, Tom, do you have any more scenarios for me? How does it look for the little green line?
Well, in this next scenario, you'll see a very different outcome for the green line. For you. And both of you have assets until the end.
Now, hold on. Both of our lines stop at 62. Does that mean that we both?
I'm afraid so. But look at that asset line. Both of you expire, but you leave a very healthy inheritance for your daughter. I mean, with the cost of real estate these days, she will be very grateful.
I'm sure she will, but what does the spreadsheet show?
Well, Jill, men sometimes experience an identity crisis when they stop working. Some adjust better than others. Some are irrational, reckless. Some buy Porsches. They gamble. They go...
Now, Tom, get to the point.
I want both of you to take a deep breath with me. Bob, in this scenario, you have trouble adjusting to life. You don't know who you are. Another bucket list is undertaken. That trip to Paris alone, to find yourself, to write, to read. Maybe pick up that French you left in high school.
And?
Well, Bob, that's not all you pick up. You settle in. Morning strolls by the Seine, the smell of fresh croissants and dark coffee. You meet a young Parisian woman at the Café de Fleury. One thing leads to another. It seems serious. Everything seemed more serious in French and more romantic.
Wait, you don't mean that...
I do, Jill. Oh, I do. And that's exactly what Bob says when he marries young Marie in Paris.
What the hell, Tom? If that's the case, then why do both of us drop like a stone after just a couple of years?
Well, Jill comes to visit. You have overstayed your vacation, and that is not like you. Her visit is a kind of a surprise. No, it is a surprise. She walks in and finds you and young Marie in bed. That bottle of 2011 Chateau Lafite leaves her hand and strikes you in the head. Jill runs out of the little French apartment, a place she has never been before, and trips. over the railing of the 4th floor. Well, at least it's quick for both of you.
That's good. Now, what happens to Marie?
Oh, well, flip it over, Bob. Before you die, you change your will, and you leave 50% of your assets to Marie. She goes on to live in a little cottage in the south of France, meets a nice young man, and has a
Okay,
great
Tom, I
little
think
family.
we've heard enough. Can we go now?
Jill, please, have a seat. We're almost through. You know, I think I have another, perhaps more rosier option for you.
Oh, finally.
See, both of you live well past your expected lifespan. All that healthy eating, not smoking, and remember that exercise? It paid off.
Oh, fantastic. I like this scenario.
Maybe, maybe not. Jill, in this scenario, you both live past 90, but neither of you can recognize the other. You both have plenty of assets, but your daughter has run into a little financial trouble, and secretly she's just hoping that you're gonna
What
die.
happens to us?
Well, the assisted living facility is full of flowers and a helpful staff, sunny rooms. You know, they have music hour where you get to sing the hits from your high school years. They say music is the last thing to go.
Speaking of going, I think that maybe we should.
Bob, sit down. Leaving would be out of character for you. Not preparing for every possibility. Leaving your wife and your daughter vulnerable. Oh! Is that what you want?
No. What else have you got?
Well, I've given you a couple things to consider, and these booklets provide you with advice on each scenario. The scenarios we looked at today were personable, but what about the world at large?
What are you getting at?
Drought in the Midwest, food shortages, a stock market collapse.
Right, how likely is that?
Very likely, Bob. Remember all of those investment funds I recommended? Well, we only have 90 years of stock market data. You need to consider global catastrophe. California is on fire. Wall Street literally underwater. Records are destroyed. You are wiped out. Luckily, you have a little acreage and you should be able to raise a few chickens. You know, it's not as easy as it sounds. This will be a helpful start.
Tom, I'm not sure what to say.
You can start by saying thank you. To yourselves for doing everything right, and to me for helping you along the way. Now, I have just one more scenario that I hope you two will consider.
Tom, there are a lot more lines on this page. What are the red, yellow, purple, and orange lines for?
Oh, those. Well, the red is me, yellow is Maggie, my lovely wife. Little Stacy, she's a pistol, she's the purple one, and Brandon, you gotta meet him, he's the orange.
Tom, I'm not sure I follow you. What are you and your family doing on our spreadsheet?
But this scenario is best for all of us, folks. You currently pay me a one-time fixed fee. However, we find it's best if the client and the financial planner are more, well, closely aligned.
What exactly are you suggesting, Tom?
You wanted certainty, and we deliver. We are saying that we merge our assets, combine our lines as you will. That way I'm with you every step of the way, looking out for your future. Maggie, the kids and I are there through their early years, but then as you can see, we just keep going along. And your assets keep going along too. Do you see where I'm going?
Yes, Tom, I see exactly where you're going. And now I know where we're going. Bob, what are you doing next month? What do you say about a week in Mexico, followed by a month in Paris? And after that, we'll rent motorcycles and run down to see Marie in Bordeaux. I hear she knows a lot about wine.
And then it's off to New York to see our daughter. You can never see enough of Broadway.
But Folks, is that really prudent? What about my spreadsheets?
To hell with your spreadsheets, Tom. We have some scuba diving to do. And that's after our mission in Africa.
Those two were tough. I was running out of scenarios. Raising chickens? But Maggie and the kids, that one always gets them in the end.
Here you are.
Oh, thank you.
Do you think he would like anything?
Oh, I don't know. We're not together.
I'm sorry. Well then, we'll just wait until he wakes up. Let me know if you need anything else. Enjoy your wine.
Oh, shit! Oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. Miss?
Wow,
Miss?
that's really cold.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. I have nothing to offer you. Oh,
Have you been sitting there the whole time?
what? We need to get you a towel. Miss?
I thought I was alone.
You were. You were sleeping when I boarded.
Are we the only two people in first class?
I know, weird, isn't it?
You are awake, Mr. Reinstein. Can I get you something?
He needs a towel. I just spilled my entire wine in his lap.
Oh dear, yes you have. Let me get you something to clean that up and I'll get you any glass of wine.
Oh, no, I don't think I really need another.
Make it two. It feels like a good year.
I really can't believe I just did that. I'm so sorry.
I'll live.
Maybe you should go to the bathroom or something.
I'm fine. All I need is a towel.
I should move over there.
Why?
Well, because I woke you up and you would be more comfortable and you could spread out if I moved.
I don't need to spread out.
I just didn't want to climb over you while you were sleeping, and who would have thought first class would be empty except for us?
Maybe they all missed their flight.
Maybe they seat alphabetically.
What?
I heard the flight attendant say your name, Reinstein. Mine's Rupert.
Maybe that makes it easier to identify the bodies.
What? Oh.
Sorry, that was awful. Soon to be bride?
Yes. No, not right away, but yeah.
You sound very excited.
There's so much to think about. Planning, I mean.
Here we go, your wine. And a towel for you. I also put some brie in the oven for you both to enjoy in a little while. Let me know if you need another towel or anything else.
Thank you. We'll count the minutes until you return.
I love first class. They always make you feel like food and alcohol can solve any problems.
Well, they were wrong. This wine definitely isn't the cure. It feels better than it tastes.
Oh, here, let me move these.
No worries. Anything worthwhile out there?
Just water.
That will do for now.
It's such a long flight.
Listen to this.
What? Oh, no, I couldn't.
Just listen. Just listen.
What are we listening to?
It's a concert a friend of mine composed. This is the live version.
Wow, it's lovely. It reminds me of...
I love this part. Fucking amazing. Sorry.
No, it's beautiful, really.
Oh, no. It's just, he just creates the stuff out of nowhere. It's so simple for him. You know, no computer or fancy programs. He just sits with his piano and a piece of paper and that, comes out. How is that fair? I mean, how can one person create something so beautiful and another just go through the life
looking and listening to others' gifts. He's crazy, though. I mean the type of crazy that makes it impossible for him to be in a relationship. I guess that's the trade-off.
How sad.
I guess, but you know, creative expression can go a lot further than a good shag, so I'm told.
I'd be happy with either right now.
But you have this, right? Alex, my name.
Lillian.
Nice to meet you, Lillian, in first class.
Paid for by my sister.
Business partner paid mine. So, June?
June?
The wedding.
Oh, no, not this June anyway, no.
Should I get another glass of that fine vintage swill they call Chardonnay?
No, well, yes, actually, but I need to go to the restroom, so, I'll just tell her. Can I get you anything?
Let me try the red that's still around. And find out what's holding up the brie, please.
Okay.
Here's your Merlot, Mr. Reinstein. That brie is just a moment away. Is there anything else you may need?
No. Crap.
What are you doing?
I knocked over the magazines and...
You're reading my
and
letter? You had no right. You're just
Please,
sitting there and reading it. Who the hell do you think you are?
Sorry, it just fell on the floor.
I can't believe you did this.
Please, I don't mean to pry.
Who does something like this?
I was just picking up the
Just leave
magazines
me alone, please.
and it fell
Just
out.
leave me alone. I need to get the hell off
You
of
don't
this
have
plane.
to move. I'll move.
Shut up! Just shut up!
Here we go, nicely warm. Apples, and I can split this onto another tray.
No, thank you.
Miss Rupert, would you like?
No.
Okay, I'll just check back.
I get it. I've been there. I know I don't know you, but we both just...
You've been there? Please, don't.
I don't believe things like this just happen. It sounds corny. I know, but I can't believe I'm on an airplane in first class alone with you and you just happen to spill wine on me. Wake me up and I just happen to see a letter that tells a sad story of a girl who is so unhappy with her situation that she wants to end her life.
Stop it.
Lillian, I don't have the words you want to hear or even probably need to hear, but I do know about pain and loss. I know what makes each day harder and harder to approach.
Stop.
Let's just talk. I won't ask any questions. I promise you that. You just don't understand how similar...
This is not going to happen. You don't know anything. There's nothing similar. I should just move to the back of the plane.
Wait. That music you heard, it was written for me. Actually, it's about me. It was created by my ex. He gave it to me for my birthday over a year and a half ago. And I can't stop listening to it because when I do, I have to admit it's over. That piece of paper with the scribbles and dashes on it says everything to me that he couldn't. And every time I listen to it, I keep dying over and over. He couldn't love me, but his passion could. Well, fuck passion. All those people sitting in the audience at his concerts, drinking their champagne and thinking they're important because they're hearing live music and it makes them feel special for one night. Then they go back to their daily crappy lives until they need another dose of culture. Well, that's all it is to them. An event. Well, that music was us. It was the good and the bad. I would say I love you every day to him. And what I got in return was something to share with all of them. The only reason why I'm going to Italy is to get away from it. I want to go somewhere where nobody knows him or me. So you see, Lillian, everything that you said in that letter, I feel it as well. I want that release. I want the pain to stop. If it stops, then I'm free. Right?
Alex, the letter you read was my sister's. She killed herself last year, 3 days before my wedding. She bought us a trip to Italy for our honeymoon as a wedding present. But we didn't get married that week, and we still haven't. I have to find a way to get through this. I decided to take the trip alone, to think about how much I love her and to forgive her so that we both can move on. You talk about being free. She's gone. And nothing will bring her back. So actually right now, Alex, even after you've confided in me something that I'm sure is truly painful, I don't have the words for you.
Is everything all right?
Can I move to a seat in the back of the plane, please?
Okay. Let me go check on what I have empty. I'll be right back.
She's probably gonna go get the air marshal. I'm sorry. Truly, Lillian, I had no right.
No, you didn't.
I have a habit of making my problems into other people's.
You should find a way to break that habit.
I wish you would stay. I just thought maybe we could just listen to each other.
I don't need that.
I guess I do.
I'm sorry again about the wine.
No worries.
No worries.
Miss Rupert, this way, please.
It's open. It's open. Please come in. I wasn't expecting you until 1. It's a good sign that you're early. I do so hate when people are late. I wouldn't want to do business with anyone who's late, especially this business. Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, I was looking for...
Jane Sinclair.
Your Jane Sinclair?
Yes.
The Jane Sinclair?
Yes, would you like some identification of some sort?
No, I think there's been a misunderstanding.
Are you the man from Succoby's?
No,
Well, then who in the devil are you, and why are you in my house?
Well, you invited me.
I did no such thing. I don't even know you.
No, you said come in, so I came in. That's all I meant.
What do you want with me?
Well, my name is Gary. I'm here for the Play Festival in Ashcroft, and I heard this is where R. Charles Redding lived.
Oh, dear God, you're one of them. So it begins anew. I should install a turnstile this time of year. They peek in my windows, trample my hydrangeas. You're the first this season. Congratulations.
Thank you. So you're Jane Sinclair, a.k.a. Lady Jane.
Charles called me that. You, however, may not. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Yes, I am Jane Sinclair. Yes, R. Charles Redding lived here. The R stood for nothing, really. It's a cruel joke by his father. No, there are no unfinished or unpublished works. And yes, he loved me fiercely, wholeheartedly, and unrepentantly, just as it says in the foreword to Blues in Coldwater Flat. And no, he did not drink himself to death. He died of a heart attack in the back of an ambulance on the way to... These are the most frequently asked questions now answered. Are we finished here? Is there anything I can sign for you before you go?
Sign? No,
Well, then, off we go.
You know, I'm sorry for the intrusion and for your loss. I just have to say, his stories are so very important to me. As a writer...
Oh, you're a writer.
I've written a few things.
Oh, are you published?
Not yet, no.
Oh, so writing is what then, your hobby, like stamp collecting?
No, I take it pretty seriously.
Oh, I'm sure you do, dear, but does anyone else, I mean, other than your wife or mother? You do have one, don't you, dear?
A mother?
A wife. You're married.
No, not anymore.
Oh, and why not?
Well, I guess you could say I didn't love her fiercely, wholeheartedly, and unrepentantly enough. She found someone else that did.
So you write about that?
Sometimes, sure.
That pain, that anguish that torments you day and night. The rage you feel deep inside, the humiliation, the emasculation of being made the cuckold, no? Or perhaps just a little journal about how darn sorry you feel for yourself. Is that it?
I don't feel sorry for myself.
How the hell you say? You see these? These are Charlie's journals. He examined every dark corner of his soul and dragged the ugly beasts of his heart out and faced them. He slayed them with truth and an unflinching eye.
Oh my God, those are his journals.
Yes, yes, they are.
You know, what I wouldn't give just to
They are not for sale, not at any price, not to you, not to Sotheby's.
I didn't mean I was
Everybody wants
just...
to get their hands on a piece of R. Charles Redding, and they try to take advantage of me and my situation.
Your situation?
My financial situation, dear. I get a pittance from the books and plays, but barely enough to survive on.
I thought they were making a huge Hollywood picture out of Blues in Coldwater Flat.
That fell apart. Oh, there was a bidding war for the rights, and then Clooney said something at Cannes about wanting to play Artie, but the air went out of the whole thing. I sold it eventually, but not for much. Not enough, anyway, to keep Charlie's home and his sacred writing space intact, the way he left it.
So he wrote right here.
Right here at this desk. Are your hands clean?
Yes, I think so.
Then you may read, dear boy, read. I'll be right back.
Oh my God. The notes to Blues in Coldwater Flat, right here, in my hands, in his writing room. This is incredible.
I'm sorry I was harsh with you. I want to make amends. This was Charlie's favorite. Oh, I know you'll appreciate it.
Well, it's a little early for me, but what the hell? To R. Charles Redding.
Yes. Yes, to you, my dear Charlie. They're all here. The notes for 7 Potato Moore, Horse-Faced Henry.
Horse-Faced Henry. That was a great story.
Oh,
Would have made a
yes.
great movie.
Perhaps, but not in my lifetime, I'm afraid. No, for now the goal is to hang on to the place and preserve it, keep a roof over my head. You know, I was a great actress once. I could have made my own way. And then Charlie and I met when I was Eugenia in his play.
Mermaid Avenue.
You know it?
Know it well. I'm a huge fan, Miss Sinclair.
You may call me Jane, dear boy. I wonder where that man from Sotheby's is.
Sotheby's, are you selling things? You're selling his things?
Auctioning them, actually, to the highest bidder. Oh, damn. Damn.
What?
I had the wrong day. He's coming tomorrow. There's so many things on my mind these days. I must be slipping. It's all too much.
You know, would you like me to go?
No, please, dear boy. No, stay. Finish your drink. Take your time. Have a good long look at his things. You and I, no doubt, will be the last to see them here.
So this is it. This is his typewriter.
Yes. The Royal Deluxe. He used it exclusively for some 30-odd years or more.
The Holy Grail.
Some of these people want me to write something to attest its authenticity. But no.
What's this?
What, dear?
A paper in the carriage. It looks like it's a title. Scenes from a seaside cottage. Kind of a change of pace. Title-wise, that is.
He mellowed. It's the last thing he wrote. He had started a collection of stories inspired by this place and our time here. But the notes are here somewhere. He wrote the title page, poured himself a drink, and called out to me. I've just left it there since.
I thought there were no more stories.
That's just what I tell the tourists. You, dear boy, get the inside scoop. Yeah. Some of these people think it could be worth 10,000, maybe more. What do you think? I don't know.
No, that seems like a bargain to me.
The auction will be on the computer. You
Online?
know. Yes, that's it, online. You should bid, dear boy, and bid well. I'll be rooting for you. I'd much rather it went to someone like you than a random stranger or some dreadful theme restaurant abomination. Honestly, I'd rather just give it to someone like you, but I'm afraid I do need the money.
Would you consider selling it to me?
Oh, no, I couldn't. Well, you can't afford it anyway, dear.
I can. I came into some money, an inheritance. Jane, I would love to buy it.
Oh, no, you know, the auction process is so vague. I wouldn't know the figure.
If
It'd be
you'll
more
take
or
it.
less.
If you'll take it, I'll write you a personal check for $10,000 right here,
I don't,
right now.
No,
Make it 12. You could keep the typewriter until the check clears if you'd like.
I trust you, dear. It's just it could save me the humiliation of having to prove anything to those Sotheby's people. I might lose a few thousand in the process. Oh, but who cares? Knowing someone like you had it would just mean the world to me.
So it's settled.
Here. This was Charlie's. Please keep it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Jane.
It's Jane with a Y, dear.
Yes, I know. Jane Sinclair, $12,000.
Thank you, dear. This is such a relief. You have no idea.
No, thank you, Jane. This is like the best day ever. I am so sorry. I did not mean to be insensitive.
No, really, I'm happy. I just think it would be best for me if you would just go. Just take it and go.
Of course.
Quickly.
Jane, it has been such a pleasure to meet you. And wow, it's heavy. This is so incredible.
Quickly, dear.
Right. Goodbye then.
Adieu, dear boy. Adieu. It's open.